What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, I'm going to show you guys a couple of strategies you guys can use on the Terra Luna ecosystem. They're going to be risky to not risky to like very little risk at all. And it's going to go in no particular order, but I'll explain my comments on each of the strategies. I have ADHD, guys, so I can't do orders, man. But you guys will still get the same concept, so stay tuned. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys do 3 things for me. Like, subscribe, bell button, leave a comment in the description below. That way, you'll get thrown into a drawing to earn $100 in free BTC. So if you guys want that, make sure you guys do those things. All right, guys, let's go and get into the video. First off, the very first strategy is just depositing straight up UST into Anchor Protocol. That'll earn you almost 20% interest. How did they do that? Well, just a little TLDR on how it works. Basically, what it does is it takes a over leveraged or over collateralized position. Little TLDR on how this works is basically what it does is it takes your tokens and it gives you a loan based on an over collateralized position. So what they're going to be doing is going to be taking your Luna, or eventually Ethereum and Cosmos, and they take it's almost 3 times the amount of what your loan is going to be. So say, for example, you have $1,000 worth of Luna, you can get a loan of up to about $300 or $400 until you are liquidated. And that's how they're able to pay the 20%. Because Anchor Protocol is then staking your Luna and earning the interest on it. So it's able to pay that 20% interest because it's technically earning more interest on more, or not more interest, but the same amount of interest on more collateral than initially was given. So you gave $1,000 worth of collateral and you're earning interest on $300 worth, or about $400 worth. So that's how it's able to pay 20%. Because typically on stables you can get about 10%, or on staking Luna you get about 10%. But if you double that, that's how you get the 20%. So that's just how the math works out. Next off, guys, that's the first strategy. That one is the least risky, but it does still have risk because UST can lose its peg, or obviously the interest rate doesn't stay the same, it goes down. So that's something to factor in as well. And you also have smart contract risk, so keep that in mind. The second strategy is now taking this B Luna, bonding it, getting a loan against it. You're earning this 108% APR and depositing it into UST. So now you're earning this 20% APY to pay off this 16.9% APR. So basically you're getting you're getting 124% free interest. This is paid in Anchor tokens. So that is also a risk you got to factor in. If you're going to be staking those Anchor tokens here, then you got to factor in the risk that Anchor tokens go down, or if the Anchor has smart contract risk, or there's a hack and it literally goes to zero. That's something to factor in as well, because you'll lose all of your profits. So make sure you guys follow the farming rules and take profits as you go. This one is a risky strategy. That's actually more risky because you can get liquidated. Because that loan you're getting on your B Luna, if at any point in time, there will be an amount down below. At any point in time, if it gets below that figure or at that figure, you will be liquidated. And you have a tier and a bar that kind of shows you how it works. Let me go ahead and log in so I can show you guys that. So here's my current position. As you guys can see, if Luna hits $3.40, I will get liquidated. Right now, I'd have a 25% loan to value. So right now, my collateral almost $3,000. My borrowed value is about 70 or 750 bucks. So you guys can kind of see how it works. That's kind of how they're able to pay out the higher APYs on the USTN. So I have USTN. So I have two factors of risk in here. So right now, I have a liquidation factor. I have smart contract risk, and this APR can basically, if it goes to zero, then I will be paying extra on the loan. So it's a little more risky, but it is leveraged. So now I'm earning interest on $2,800 because I'm earning this APR right here. and then I'm earning interest on the $738. So I'm basically leveraging my yields and earning a bonus interest rate. So instead of just a stagnant 20% or close to it, I'm actually earning a bit more. So that's the second strategy. The third strategy is what you can do is instead of depositing this into UST, you can buy more Luna, make it into B Luna, get another loan of UST, buy some more B Luna, and deposit into here again, get more UST, and deposit into B Luna again. And basically capitalizing on the 108% APR. Now, what is the risk involved in that? Well, you can get liquidated. And if you have no additional funds to hold up that liquidation, well, it can get really nasty. You can lose all your money. Second is obviously the yields can go down. And at that point, you could be paying extra for your borrowing APR. So technically you could lose money. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see what happens. So that's something you guys have to factor in as well. But to me, the greatest risk is going to be liquidation, is when this price goes off peg, not off peg, but if it goes below this certain point, then all my funds are gone, especially when you're heavily leveraged. That's something to factor in. So that's most of the strategies you guys can implement on Anchor Protocol. Obviously, there are other ones involved as well. That you can get a little more risky and a little more creative, but those are just some basic ones. So now that you have the Anchor Protocol ones, now let's leverage the power of Mirror Protocol. How can we do this? Well, they have a cool feature now on Mirror V2 where you can actually farm these tokens with your AUST. What is AUST? AUST is the interest earning anchor token. So if you go over here, this UST that's over here is earning 20%. You can use that as collateral over here now and deposit it into this protocol. Why is that important? Well, because it's earning 20% interest here, and the same position on your short farm, you're earning 113%. So the first strategy would be to deposit some AUST like this, get a loan against the silver. Obviously, you don't want to do 150% because you'll be quickly liquidated, but you want to get a position against that. And we're going to get a delta neutral strategy. So this is going to have very, very low risk, but it still has some risk because you could still be liquidated in this position. You still need to manage this, but it's not like a crypto position in measures that it's not as volatile. So what you'll be doing is you're using your AUST as collateral to open up a short position. If you don't know what shorting it means that you're selling it at this price you see here now. Basically, you're selling something you don't have. So here's a good example. You see a massive influx of pens coming in, and you see a guy and he's like, hey, let me go ahead and short your pen. So what you do is you borrow his pen from him, you short it, as in you sell it to some other guy for $10 for that pen, but you see that massive influx of pens coming in. So you're like, okay, I know when all those pens come in, pens are going to be selling for $1. So you sell it for $10, those pens come in, now you buy it back for $1, and you return that guy's pen back to him. You just profited $9. That's what shorting is. That's just a rough example. It's probably a horrible example, but that's how you can understand it. And the reason why we're doing it on Mirror Protocol, we're going to take a delta neutral position. So now we're going to short silver. Why is this important? Well, we're going to be earning 113% in Mirror tokens just for shorting it. Okay, so now we have the short position. Well, what if silver explodes? Well, our short position is going to get liquidated. So what do we need to do? Well, you need to trade and buy a position of silver. And where do you do this? Well, you just trade and just say, I want to swap USD into silver. And you just hold that back in your wallet. That way, worst case scenario, whenever you need to buy it back, you just buy it back and pay off your short. And it's a delta neutral position, and you're earning the interest in the meantime. So it's like a win-win, or win-lose-win, I guess. I don't know, because if it explodes up, your short's going to lose, but the tokens you bought that were at the same time when you bought them, they go up because you're now holding the asset. So it's like a lose-win, because you're losing on the short but winning on the long, because when you buy an asset, you're basically going long. Anyways, guys, that's the TLDR on it. That is the first strategy. The second strategy is just to flat out just short the farm and say, forget it. I ain't going to buy the other asset or on the other side. I'm just going to risk it. I hope it's going to short. We're pretty frothy right now. Let me just earn this 113% and I'll buy it back when it gets cut in half. Well, that's very risky, because if it doesn't go down, well, you're going to be buying that asset at a way higher price to pay back your short. Hopefully that 113% interest was enough to incentivize you. But hey, that's up to you. That's the other strategy. And the third and final strategy is, after you short it, you can go over here and long the farm and provide additional UST. Well, what's wrong with this? Well, you are providing liquidity. So at this time, if the silver does go up, you're going to be buying the dip on UST. Well, there's no dip on UST, so you're basically going to be selling your asset that is performing well. If you guys don't know how LP is working, it's called impermanent loss. So when one asset goes up and the other stays the same or goes down, you're buying the other asset. Well, AKA you're selling this asset off for the other. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So that could be risky, is because if that short position and this is going up, your short position is going to get close to liquidation. So either you will have to buy additional shares of the stock that you're shorting, or you will have to add more collateral. So those are two options that can happen in that scenario. And then, of course, there is another strategy, is when you're shorting the farm and buying the long position and you take a delta neutral position. I'm going to go ahead and add or connect my wallet so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If we go to the farm section, I took on this position in Alibaba and I bought on the other side to take a delta neutral position. And I've earned some mirror rewards in the meantime for it. But what's cool is, after about 14 days, I'll be able to claim some UST. So this UST will be able to be claimed. And once I claim it, I can either rebuy more MBAVA or do the same strategy again, or I can come back over on Anchor Protocol and deposit the tokens and earn interest on it. So with this shorting position, I'm earning 20% here. I'm earning the 100, or not 100, but for the BAVA, for example, I'm earning 60% for shorting. And then if I wanted to, I can earn an additional percent for longing the farm. I chose the delta neutral position because I feel that it's a bit frothy right now in the markets. So again, time will tell. We'll see what happens. I mean, I already take enough risk in other things as well. But anyways, guys, those are a couple of strategies on the Terra Luna ecosystem. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys do 3 things: like, subscribe, bell button. Leave a comment in the description below saying you subscribed. You'll automatically get thrown into that drawing to earn $100 in free BTC. And guys, as always, we'll leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 20. Those who guard their mouths and their tongues keep themselves from calamity. So true, man. So true. Dogs, gotta say thanks to the patrons: Sean Bott, Da Man, Tariq Liu, TL King, JP, PJ, Bernito, Taco Nacho. Dogs, thanks for watching. Alright guys, if you want to catch me on TikTok, I do daily wisdom one-liners and let you guys see the pets and behind the scenes junk. So here it is. Scan it. Check it out. Bomb. Alright, so next off, guys, if you guys want to support the channel and get paid to do it, you guys can check out Celsius. Celsius is fire, dude. So what's so cool about Celsius is, guys, first off, you can get $40 in free BTC using my referral link in the description below. Just deposit $100. Add in the code BTC50. You will also get an additional $50 if you deposit $400, guys. It's free BTC. Next is Voyager, guys. I also got a referral link in the description below. Instead of just only getting $25, you'll get $25 and some free VGX tokens, guys. Next is BlockFi. BlockFi is part of the quadruple threat. Go ahead and make a deposit. Use this referral link in the description below. You get $100. Depending on how much you deposit, you can get all the way up to, guess how much? $250. All right, so what the pants is Celsius and BlockFi for? Well, you can use both of those as like your bank. They get some pretty nice juicy yields. And Voyager is more so like trading, and it gets some juicy yields as well. And the last one to try is crypto.com, guys. You can trade some like smaller altcoins, and you guys will get $25 in CRO once you guys get the Visa card. Why do I like the Visa card? Well, you can sell crypto and buy some junk with it. So I can buy a sandwich with my crypto. I don't use BTC, but I'll use like stable coins and junk. So anyways, if you guys want to support the channel, that's the quadruple threat. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You'll get paid to do it.